Doing now, B'siyata D'Shmai, Masechtas Demai, Daf Lamed Gimel. The Keich paid us Memisha in an Emel HaMaisris, V'shachach LaAsram. And he forgot. The halacha is that Chaver is mechuyev to take off Meister. He forgot. She'ale b'Shabbos v'oichel pif. So a special heter on Shabbos you can ask him. Means you can go over to him, say, did you take off? If he says yes, he's nem. Usually, Hamartz is not nem. Chasheichem etzor Shabbos la yoichel ad she'aser. Even doing the weekdays, we have this kula that if a person took off Trumas Meiser, that's 1 out of 100, and by mistake it fell back, the halacha is that it's Demai, means if there's Truma mixed in 99 parts of Chuln, it's a problem. So he can ask him, and this guy says it's okay, he's allowed to eat it. Chavrai v'shem abiyachin mekvod Shabbos yitiru. Mekvod Shabbos lama she'aloi. Why do you need to ask him? We try to find the reason, but really the reason is because Kvod Shabbos the matter to eat Demai. Eimas Shabbos all of you emes. Different reason. The reason is because we assume that because of Shabbos he doesn't say a lie during Shabbos. I might ask him, Eimas Shabbos all of bedot anina chasheichem mitzvah Shabbos layochal she'aser. So, if he says the truth, what's why can't you eat mitzvah Shabbos? He says no, maybe not. Ain't Shabbos. So we can only rely on this on Shabbos. It's also betzir. Tana. She'ala b'choyel leyechel b'Shabbos. Man dam Eimas Shabbos all of nicha. He has no Eimas Shabbos. Man dam Kvod Shabbos v'lesh al b'choyel leyechel b'Shabbos. According to him, the main point is Kvod Shabbos is the heter. So what's the difference when he asks him? Let's say he asked him a minute before Shabbos, and then something happened. He didn't have time to take off. So why can't he eat it on Shabbos? The only thing is that Oma Elashay. Amazed us if he was amazed. Then he has no heter. If he didn't forget, he just said, let me leave it over for Shabbos and let me ask. It's a separate din that a person can make a tanai before Shabbos and use it. We'll see that later on. So two people bought from the same person, and one, let's say Reuven and Shimon, one of them went over and asked him, do we say maybe you can't rely, maybe one of them is took off, and one of the other one not, so you cannot eat al she'elas chaver. Lo kechemenu adam echad shteke kodesh kechet, shal echad mehem, shniya lo echad atchi aser, o yat she'eshalanu, ani oime, ze isse, ze ene isse. Even one person, 2 baskets. Chashche Matzah Shabbos, Masa Mezel Zeh. That's what it says in a Bryce. Onam Nehem Kvod Shabbos Nicha. Onam Nehem Shabbos Olo Lom Masa Mezel Zeh. Rei Echad Mehem Potter. He says the truth, so one of them is not is ptur. How can you use one upon the other? It says Chashche Matzah Shabbos Masa Mezel Zeh. From that basket and upon another basket that from Demai. He wants to eat more. Even if he has that kind in his refrigerator, you can still ask the Amoritz and to get more food from that same kind. Let's learn Lamed Daled also. Jeder ist noch Shabbos min von mir gehört, ich sage, ich gehe von euch Achs und Omer, ich durch dem in euch. So the Gemara says an interesting Svara here. If it's Kedusha Achas, then he's allowed to eat. It's like one long day. If they Kedushas, he cannot, we don't say that on the Sha'ila of Yontiv, very interesting Londish Svara. Just like he can't eat if he asks this Shabbos, he cannot eat from that next Shabbos. So only if he asks that Shabbos, he can eat that same Shabbos. He cannot use this Shaila of this Shabbos for next week. Where it says, no, after you say two conditions, it's clearly that he could rely. Het patient is verdaad alleen F Shabbos. Patient is verdaad alleen F Shabbos loy bedo. He says, when you say you can ask, if you relied on this payers, means you bought these payers and you forgot to buy it. But if it popped up a box somewhere of the Mai, so you never even thought you're going to eat the Shabbos, so you cannot, it doesn't help Shaila. Omer Rabban Melen, the Rabban Messiah lev yoyna abba. The Indian town of Mada is Chavesh Echel Atzla. Yoyna alama is Rabbi Shem Yishmoshem. Yoyna Shabbos approved Gamya Etina Eva. Shabbos Gamya loike Peish and Nischa. And that's the name of Shabbos. See, but Amam Pnei Eva. Al Mishar Rak V'Nischa Chalem. Why do you need to Svara of Eva there? Shabbos Rishonish Achan Isu, and he eats by his father-in-law. Because without that, there's no heter, even though he tells them it's good. Pastor talking there, the guy tells it's good. Because not Nismcha, means he did not. It could be that he's inviting somebody on Shabbos. The guy didn't think that he's going to be invited. He calls over his friend. That's what it says. It says Shabbos Rishoina. Talking there in that case where where this Mishnah Lekaman. Mishnah Lekaman talks about Shaila Rishoina. Eichem Shabbos Rishoina. He invites him for a meal. Okay, the first time you can do it. Next time you can't do it. I'm going to ask a question here. So the second, he says, first Shabbos, means don't we say it doesn't help Shaila? We say Shabbos Rishoina. Doesn't help Shaila. המערכה בידי שאלה אחרים, שלא חבר, שבו הולך לשבס השנייה, שאל חבר לשאול, אבל הוא בעצמו יכול לשאול אלא פעם אחת בשבס השני. So it is certain then, the second Shabbos, you cannot ask anymore. No, Shaila doesn't help. You cannot help. Your asking does not help. What means Yishalanu? Somebody else. He has to send somebody else to ask. It's interesting, very interesting. What should be such a difference? I guess he has to be. It's more tircha to ask somebody else. Only matter this kula. It says in the first Shabbos, so it means he's asking him. Shabbos Shniya, he cannot ask anymore. He has to send somebody else. That's what it says in the Brisa here. Achi Yishalan. B'yona boy, ma Yishalan decha kalos. B'yona kedai to the B'yona zoven chitim and levarcha kula. Nafil gabe omalek b'tled and not chashid loch. And not chashid li b'chlal. Elo, the gin the zovens men noch chit. I buy it bought from your chitim. B'chamus ochlas nalach. I saw a lot of people gathering. You go, Mudas delman, dam shisa mesakna. Maybe you're so busy with people, you forgot. Mesakna avin. Tom Magzukale, Hebelitnal, Ole Ma. He said, I'm not choshed you, he kept on talking. Ole Ma and choshedly. You're choshed from me. So this case is called, according to the Derech HaKalosin, Ma Shishalanu Derech HaKalosin. We don't trust regular, straightforward Shiloh. That's the din. But maybe only the first Shabbos special din. But sometimes we don't trust Shiloh. Sometimes we don't trust Shiloh. But maybe Derech HaKalosin, you don't tell them openly, is it yes or not. You say, you probably forgot, and then the guy has a way out to say, yeah, I forgot. Ton of the Kiloi, Ma. You choshed me. So that helps. So again, this question from Rabbi Yoina is talking about Sha'ila Ba'alma. Talking about Sha'ila that helps. Ma'isha Shalano, the question is, Rabbi Yoina is talking in a case that's the story. Doesn't matter. Chagai Amrin B'Dain he may much than over time. Much than no over time. Dain or Mayma much than time. Mother McCoy Mashi Mateus as okay, we'll keep here. This is going to be the end. This is Daf Lamed Gimel and Lamed Dalet.